This is the Brave New Coin Crypto Conversation, hosted by Andy Pickering.
Hi everyone, Andy Pickering here. I'm your host and welcome to the Crypto Conversation, a Brave New Coin podcast where we talk to the people building the future in the Bitcoin, blockchain and cryptocurrency space. My guest today is Bernd Stöckl. Bernd is the CPO and co-founder at Palmswap, a decentralized perpetual contract trading protocol with ambitions of becoming the next generation perpetual DEX for cryptocurrency markets. Welcome to the show, Bernd.
Hey, thank you very much for having me.
Bernd, it is a pleasure to have you. We'll do what we do at the beginning of the show. My man, I'll invite you to please introduce yourself. Let's just have a little bit of your backstory, your personal story, your professional story. What have you been doing in the lead up to co-founding Palmswap?
Sure. So yeah, I'm 27 years young. I'm originally from Austria, grew up there. And I started investing into cryptocurrency in 2015. August 2015, I bought my first Bitcoins at around $200. And that was like my early start in the crypto market. And prior to crypto, I was in affiliate marketing starting from the age of 17. So since a little bit over 10 years now. And that's how I basically got early into the whole entrepreneur game. And also by choosing this path, I got very early into crypto, very, very luckily, to be honest. And I invested into a lot of projects pretty early. I met 2016, my two co-founders as well of Palmswap, and introduced them into crypto. And in 2017, we started perpetual trading, right? So futures trading, when it was introduced by BitMEX. So for the people that are a bit longer in the industry, BitMEX is for sure a well-known exchange, right, back then. And we developed a SaaS company back then. It was like user follows trader, right? And everything was via API on BitMEX. We had that running for like around 3 years until 2020, and then started slowly on researching the market because the whole business model was very much focused on the performance on the trader and very much relying on the performance of the trader. And then we saw in the perpetual field, all the volume is still on centralized exchanges, but most of it and only a very, very tiny fraction of the volume is on decentralized exchanges. And we saw the market get there. We saw that there was some protocols out there. There was missing order types like limit orders, stop loss, take profits, and so on. So it's like kind of like basics. So we built all this on chain, and that's the story on how we started working on Palmswap. And
sure. Yeah. And it won't have escaped your attention, Bernd, that it's a little bit of a turbulent time in the crypto exchange ecosystem. So, look, I understand you've been working on Palmswap for some time now, but man, it just doesn't look like too much fun right now to be involved in the exchange business. Obviously, FTX absolutely just, excuse my language, shit the bed for everyone. Yesterday, Kraken, I think they announced they're laying off 30% of their staff just because, they're struggling for user signups at the moment, and obviously trading volume is down. This is what happens in bear markets, but maybe it's a good time to be trying to kind of get an exchange established, Bernd.
Yeah, to be very honest, I actually think that the whole story that can happen with FTX, even though it's really terrible for the crypto market, it's actually quite good for our product, because we are solving a lot of these issues by being a decentralized exchange. And maybe we can cover as well, like, what does it mean to be a decentralized exchange? It means we are non-custodial. That means that the user that trades on our DEX has 100% full-time access to his funds at all given time over the smart contract. It means you don't have to trust a third party, but you just trust the technology of cryptocurrency, right? And I mean, decentralization is the bone, right, of crypto,
Yes.
right? And that's where our product that we have developed over the last 1 year pretty much fits in perfectly in the current market conditions, because the people taking off their money from the centralized exchanges, I did the same thing, right? And they are looking for alternatives where they can trade, because people still want to trade, right? But don't have to give away their funds, right, to a third party again. So not the same thing can happen again, because I'm sure people lost millions and millions of dollars with the whole FTX case alone.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you are exactly right, Bernard. FTX, as much as it is, it's tragic for anyone that lost money. Ultimately, well, obviously way too soon to see how it all plays out, but it does seem like it will help encourage perhaps a move back to self-custodial principles, and probably an increased use in DeFi and decentralized exchanges. Of course, there'll also be more attention from regulators, Bernard.
Yes, I do believe so. I mean, let's be fair. I mean, this is just my point of view, right? But I don't think that the crypto community as a whole was always screaming for regulations, right? And now after the whole FTX thing is happening, everybody's screaming for, oh yeah, we need to regulate it, you know? So yeah. But yeah, let's not dive too deep into what happened and who maybe have had their fingers in the game with it, right? But I do believe as well for DeFi there will come regulations. In the end of the day, we have to see how they turn out, because I mean, just when you look at the tax regulations and everything in Europe, this took years to have a really solid solution for that, right? And now we see like a lot of countries having good crypto tax solutions, but 5 years ago that wasn't the case, right? It really didn't make a lot of sense on how they want to do tax cryptos. So let's see how the DeFi regulation is going to be, and we probably will see that already in the upcoming years.
And you're building a Palmswap on Binance Smart Chain, Bernard. That's right.
Yes, correct. Palmswap is live already on Binance Smart Chain, and the next chains that we are eyeing on launching our protocol on are Ethereum chain and Arbitrum.
Okay, and so what was it about BSC that you thought, well, this is where we'll deploy first?
Well, when we first did our R&D, there was no protocol running on BSC, right? That offered what we are offering, and as well, I mean, for us, we saw Ethereum. There was protocols there, and of course, the fees were high, right? So the second alternative to it was BSC, right? BSC, in the end of the day, it's proven, it's been long enough on the market. It has, a great community, which is of course important for us, right? And that's why we chose BSC in the beginning. We got a lot of questions, for example, last year, why we didn't choose to build on Solana, for example, and so on. And it was just really too early stage, these kind of other layer one options when we did our R&D to choose to build on them. And thinking back, I think we made the right decision starting on BSC.
Sure.
Yeah, especially with the whole Solana FTX thing, I'm quite happy we did not build on Solana initially.
That is exactly right. Talk to us a little bit then, Bernard. It'd probably be useful if you could just explain a little bit more about perpetuals, right? So what is a perpetual? What are the advantages of a perpetual contract? What do they enable? Anything you'd like to kind of share in terms of making the case for why people would want to trade 100% on-chain perpetual futures?
Well, basically, I mean, I think I already explained the advantages of trading on-chain on a DEX, right?
Yes.
By being non-custodial and everything. And about perpetuals, it is very similar to like future contracts, right? Like you see what Binance Futures, Bybit, and so on is offering, right? They're all offering perpetual contracts. It's like a futures contract, just that it's not expiring, right? That means you could have opened your short order at 68,000 at BTC, and the short order would still be open. And I actually sat together just a few days ago with a friend of mine here in Tokyo in Japan that opened a short order at 68,000 Bitcoin and still has that short open. And he made like around almost 700 Bitcoin, right, on that so far. And that is the beauty, basically, that you can trade on a longer time scale. Of course, you pay funding fees and everything. And to be very fair, perpetuals and futures trading is the biggest market. Derivative trading is the biggest market in any kind of market where you can trade. So that's where the most volume is being turned around. And us offering all that stuff on chain, where you can just connect your MetaMask wallet or Trust wallet or whatsoever, and are ready to trade. I think it's a really, really good solution in the current times.
Yeah, look, absolutely, Bernard. And I can understand the appeal of futures trading, and particularly being able to apply leverage. I see a lot of commentary on this though as well. It takes a lot of the volume out of, say, like the Bitcoin spot market, right? And even like, not to go on about FTX, but it looked like FTX was essentially taking traders' money for people who thought they were buying Bitcoin, but they weren't really, because it was just simply paper Bitcoin. How many different derivatives products do we need on the Bitcoin markets? At some point, wouldn't it be better if enough people were simply buying spot?
I mean, I think it's two different sort of things, right? If you buy spot, then you're holding the Bitcoin, right, itself, right, and without any leverage exposure, right? But for example, on our platform, you don't even hold Bitcoin. You hold USDT, and you trade the Bitcoin. You trade on the Bitcoin course, right? So you are kind of like betting whether the price is going up or down, right? You're doing long and short, and you can do so depending how much risk averse you are by using leverage, right? And the more leverage you use, the higher the risk, of course, and the higher the profit chances. Like me personally, I'm not a big trader myself, right? And I don't need to be because I understand what the people need, so I rather offer the product. But yeah, and of course, it's important that people buy spot, because without people that buying spot, you will not have the liquidity otherwise in Bitcoin, right? But I believe it's very, very sufficient. But of course, in the bear market, you will have less buyers, and in the bull market, you have more buyers. I think it's a quite normal market sentiment.
Yes. How would you say then, how would you describe Palmswap in terms of, is there any kind of market niche that you're aiming at, if that makes sense, or any particular traders?
Yeah, futures traders. I mean, I think
sure.
Futures traders itself, it is a niche market, right? And all that in DeFi, it is, to be very honest, it's not an easy product, right? It's not like it's you're going to understand it the first moment, right? When you're new to crypto, and this product needs education and so on. So of course, our preferred target audience or customer base is people that are already trading futures on centralized exchanges, and that want to experience kind of like the same trading experience on a decentralized exchange without giving away the custody and sovereignty of their funds, right? And for the new people that want to start trading, we are launching our academy as well, where we educate the people about how to trade as well, what exactly is futures trading, how do you calculate your leverage, and so on, because I think that people need to be educated before they start trading as well, as it's risky, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I can see there's a Palm token as well, Bernard. This is a governance token?
Yeah, it's a governance token. So not just that. Yeah. So you can stake it, right?
Yes.
You can farm it. When you stake the token, you get a discount on trading fees. And the more tokens as well you stake, the higher your commissions are going to be within our referral program. So when you refer other users to our platform, you will get a kickback of the trading fees that they are paying, right? And governance votings as well. You can participate if you are like a long-term staker, and for example, which contracts we are going to add next to trade on the exchange, some changes on the protocol, and so on.
Very good. All right. Well, just before we go to the break, Bernard, and then we'll come back, we'll finish off with the very famous Crypto Conversation hot take round. Before we do that, look, again, I'll just invite you to, I suppose, make the case for why futures traders should come and have a look at what you guys are building with Palmswap. And if people want to learn more, maybe give it a go, where should they go?
So, simply put, we built a decentralized exchange that offers future trading, that offers you pretty much the same trading experience that you have on a centralized exchange, but without you needing to register an account, without you doing KYC. You just have to connect your wallet to the platform, deposit into the smart contract, and you're ready to trade. You have full-time access to your funds at all given time, and you can trade your Bitcoin, USDTs, Ethereum, USDTs, and whatever else you like to trade on our platform with up to 200x leverage right now. So I think we are a great alternative to centralized exchanges in the given time, in the current time. And therefore, if you want to check it out, then just go to www.palmswap.org, and there you can find basically pretty much all the information, white paper. You can check out our on-chain DEX that is fully on-chain. It's on the testnet, launching probably next month, and our hybrid DEX that is live to trade for you already with order book and everything in place.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Let's go to a very quick break, and then we'll be right back to finish off, and we'll run Bernard through the very famous Crypto Conversation hot take round.
In today's crypto market, the team at Brave New Coin are the sector's leading builders of custom crypto indices. BNC's powerful indexing engine draws on Brave New Coin's premium data to calculate high-frequency intraday and end-of-day indices for a wide range of index products. BNC's custom indices help you to gain exposure to the crypto assets class and track your performance against the market without having to become a stock picker. Not sure what you need? A Brave New Coin consultant can help you assess your requirements. Contact BNC today to find out more.
All right, we are back, and I'm with Bernd Stöckl. Bernard, as we've learnt, is the CPO and co-founder of Palmswap, a new decentralized perpetual contract trading protocol. Bernard, I like to finish each podcast with a quick round of rapid-fire crypto conversation hot takes. Are you up for it?
Sure, man. Why not?
Why not, indeed? Just going to run some questions at you, Bernard. I just want kind of your honest answers, kind of hot take style. Question one for you, Bernard. Where would you say that you sit on the Bitcoin maximalist to multi-chain opportunist spectrum?
Me personally?
Yes.
To be honest, I am more like a Bitcoin maximalist, honestly. Like, I would say normally my portfolio is around 60 to 70% Bitcoin. And another big part is Ethereum, and probably 10 to 15% is altcoins. So that's how my portfolio is normally built up. Right now I'm more in stables because I cashed out at the beginning of this year. But that's normally how my portfolio is structured.
Nice, I like it. Okay, well, what would you say is your firmest conviction crypto opinion, Bernard?
I don't really understand the question. Can you rephrase it?
Yeah. What crypto opinion do you have that you have the most faith in, that you think will come true?
Okay. Well, I do believe that cryptocurrency as itself is the future, right? And I do believe that the technology is going to be what we are going to use as a payment. I do believe that Bitcoin is a store of value. I don't believe that Bitcoin will replace the US dollar as a payment. I don't believe that, and I don't believe that this will ever come true. And but for me, Bitcoin is a store of value, and that's what I do believe.
Fair enough. Bernard, Bill Gates famously said that we tend to overestimate what we can accomplish in 2 years and underestimate what we can accomplish in 10. So with that in mind, decentralized exchanges or Palmswap, what will this look like in 10 years' time?
That's a super tough question, I think, to answer, because nobody of us has a glass ball, but I think the whole space is going to get more and more regulated, and we will see how the DeFi space is going to look like after these regulations hit, right? So for me to predict the future of DeFi in the next 10 years, it's pretty much impossible, right? Because I think it's really hard to say where our whole currency system is going to be in the next 10 years as well. And I believe it's going to be fully digital, right? I think they are trying to wipe out cash as it is right now. So yeah, we will see how DeFi is going to be DeFi anymore in 10 years, right?
Absolutely. All right. Time to zoom out. Time to get weird just for a second. Bernard, what do you see as the long-term future for the human race? Do you see dystopia or utopia?
Wow, you're really asking tough questions here. To be very honest, I think the human race over the last years has evolved like really quickly, and has adjusted to the whole to the whole circumstances around. I mean, I don't want to dive in too deep now into like conspiracies and stuff like this, where they're trying to minimize the population and stuff like that. But I do believe with all the technology that we are using right now, and so much more to come, I believe that we are going to evolve further. That's my opinion.
Absolutely. And funny seeing all the release of the new, the AI chatbot, and suddenly, the amazing things that it can do. Human and AI evolution just around the corner, perhaps. But time to start to finish off. Bernard, finally, what is your favorite science fiction book, film, or TV show?
Wow, that is a good one, because I don't really watch that much TV, and science fiction is not really a book genre that I read. But I would say I'm really a big fan of the if this is science fiction, I'm a big fan of the whole Lord of Rings films and so on, right? If this counts as science fiction, then I kind of like that one.
I think the Lord of the Rings, probably fantasy, but close enough.
Probably more fantasy, more fantasy. Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, look, this has been fun, Bernard. I have enjoyed talking to you. Once again, please tell the people where they can go to find out more about Palmswap and what you guys are building.
Sure, definitely. So if you want to check out more about Palmswap, our decentralized exchange, where you have full custody over your funds to trade futures on, you can go either to our website, www.palmswap.org, or you can check us out on Twitter at palmswap.org. And there you will find all the latest news, and stay in the loop of basically everything we're building.
Awesome. Stay in the loop. Thank you very much, Bernard. All the best. Stand by for now.
Thank you very much for having me. Bye-bye.
Yeah, there you go. That was Bernard from Palmswap. Decentralized futures exchange. Very cool. Bernard and I were just chatting at the beginning of the show, really. I had to postpone talking a couple of times because Bernard was traveling, got sick, had COVID, I think. So he had to wait, and then now recording again today. Now I've got COVID. Yeah, I've had COVID. This is day 8 for me. I feel okay, but I don't feel great, to be honest. Surprise. First time I've had COVID. Be pretty pleased to get over it and get on with it. Yeah, don't really mean to bring the show down here at the end of the show, but just keeping you informed of what's going on, listeners. Anyway, I think we'll leave it there. That is today's show. Thank you to Bernard. Thank you to COVID Not. And thank you to you, the listeners, for listening. This was the Crypto Conversation for Brave New Coin. See ya.